What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Racy Podcast. This is your host, Cristopher Zamora. Welcome to the show. So today, guys, I want to speak to you about the new movie of Spider-Man. It's called Spider-Man Brand New Day. The film has begun filming now on August 1st, and they have shown how the suit is going to look like for Tom Holland's suit. And it looks neat. It looks pretty good. It looks just like, not like exactly alike, but looks like the combination of Tobey Maguire's suit and Andrew Garfield's suit together. It actually looks pretty nice, and damn. And now that I'm actually just seeing how Tom Holland now is going to have a fourth movie for Spider-Man, I feel like he's been like the longest live action Spider-Man that we have had, to be honest. I think like Tobey Maguire only lasted about maybe like 7 years or so when he was Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield, I feel like he only had like about maybe about like 4 or 5 years just being the web swinger. But Tom Holland, now that he has going to have 4 movies, I feel like this kid, he now has way more time being this character of Spider-Man. Because the first time when he came out as Spider-Man, he was 19 years old in the movie Civil War. Yeah, I remember he was about 19 years old. And as of right now, at this very moment, like this year, when you're listening to this podcast, he is 19 years old. And next year, he's going to turn 30. He's about to hit his 30s, man. That's so crazy. Over 10 years, he has been this character. It's crazy, man. He's been this character for a very long time. And yeah, he's going to continue being this character because of the MCU. I'm not sure for how long he's going to play this character, but that's awesome for him. Supposedly, he's going to be in theaters on July the 31st in 2026. Like I said, they have started filming this film, and hopefully it turns out good. I think like maybe my favorite, in my opinion, has got to be maybe the third one because like it had all those amazing villains that I grew up watching. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Like, to be honest, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is definitely not my favorite version of Spider-Man. As for me, I grew up watching Tobey Maguire as being the Spider-Man guy. And Andrew Garfield, he is somewhat of a close second to Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield did better, in my opinion, than Tom Holland. For Tom Holland, yeah, don't like how he impersonates the character, but yeah, that's just my opinion. That's like my least favorite one. But I will watch this movie, maybe in the theaters, but let's see how that movie turns out. To be honest, Spider-Man has always been my favorite character of all time for Marvel. Here are my main three. The first one has got to be Spider-Man. The second one is either between Ghost Rider or the Hulk. And yeah, I just named the other two. Those are my top three, guys. My top three Marvel heroes. Well, Ghost Rider is kind of an anti-hero, but I did like the movie a lot. The very first one, the one with Nicolas Cage. That movie was so cool when I first watched it, man. Those has been my favorite superheroes since probably maybe like in 2012, 2013. And that's when I decided that these guys are my favorite superheroes of Marvel. As for DC, I'm still not sure, man. For DC, I'll say Superman. He is one of the top guys that I really like. As for the other heroes, I'm not really sure just yet. I still hadn't really made up my mind. But definitely Superman, it is one of my favorites from DC Comics. And for Marvel, I just told you, Spider-Man, the Hulk, and Ghost Rider. Such cool, man. Such cool superheroes that were created. The MCU has been going on for such a long time. It has started with the Iron Man movie back in 2008. I was about 11 years old and it's still going, man. It's crazy that the MCU is still going to go for years and years to come. I'm not even sure when they are going to stop making the MCU movies. Probably never, because this is a huge franchise and it probably is never going to stop. Well, never say never, but the MCU has been going on for such a long period of time. Avengers Doomsday, let's see how that one turns out. I still haven't even seen the new Fantastic Four 2025 film. I'll definitely wait for it like once it's available to watch it on Disney Plus. I really don't feel like watching it in the movie theaters. I don't know, man. Like I said before on my last two podcasts ago, or maybe on the last one, I'm just trying to give like other companies a chance other than Marvel. Then because Marvel has always been like the ones to always create the superhero films, and as for DC, I support them. I actually want to go see Superman because one, he is one of my favorite heroes, and two, let's give another other people a chance, you know. Yeah, supporting the newest people with the DCU. The DCU has already announced like their brand new projects they are gonna work on. To see how they turn out, man. Supergirl is gonna be the next big film for the DCU, and Peacemaker season 2, I think it's gonna come out by the ending of August on HBO Max. Yeah, they're calling it now HBO Max again. Beforehand, HBO Max used to just call itself Max, but before that, it was HBO Max, like with the purple logo on the background. I don't know why why they changed it back. Was it because they weren't getting enough viewers, or just like the ratings were down for the streaming service? But yeah, they changed it back to HBO Max. They just took out the HBO and they just left Max out of nowhere. No idea, man. I have no idea why they did that, but they can do whatever they want. Warner Brothers can do whatever they want with the streaming service. They could just change the name again if they want to. Just call it HBO and take out the Max this time. But yeah, HBO Max, they got his name back, and that's how it's supposed to be at all times. No idea why they changed it in the first place. So yeah, Spider-Man, man. The next film is gonna come out in 2026. Let's see how it turns out, man. As for the next thing I want to speak to you about is about A Quiet Place 3. It says right here, A Quiet Place 3 will release on July 9th, 2027 in theaters. John Krasinski will return to write and direct. John Krasinski, that is the guy behind this franchise, A Quiet Place. John Krasinski, as you may know him, he came out on The Office. Have you guys ever seen that show? Yeah, he was one of the main characters. He played as Jim Halpert, and that show was funny. The Office was funny, and I did only see it only once, but I do remember like some episodes. It's cool that John Krasinski, he is moving on to better things, and now he is directing horror movies and all. He is also writing this franchise. He came out with a new IP, a new story for horror, and that's awesome, man. That's awesome because we need more of horror, man. Like these other movies that have been coming out, like I would say Longlegs, Weapons as well. Longlegs came out last year, but that was like a actual good horror film. It probably might not be everybody's cup of tea, but that was a pretty well done film. I actually like the cinematography on that. And as for the movie Weapons, now that one, it actually does seem pretty scary. I have been very cautious of not actually seen a lot of this film because it's kind of everywhere. If you are online the whole time, you probably might actually get an ad from this movie, and actually just try to avoid it because the movie, it is about to come out. As for you, it might come out this week on August 8th, and I've been trying to avoid it like the plague, man. I'm not really sure if I should actually go see it because, I don't know. The movie does look good. Don't get me wrong, but I have been going to the movie theaters like this whole summer. It all started with the Jurassic World movie. I went to go see Superman as well, and some other movie that I saw. But yeah, A Quiet Place 3, man. A Quiet Place 3, it is gonna come out in 2027, and I can't wait to see more of this franchise. What else can we know about these monsters? A Quiet Place 2 is definitely my favorite one from the franchise. The first one was actually pretty decent. Like, I did remember watching it in the movie theaters, like maybe like a week or two weeks later after it came out, and it was a good movie. It was a good movie. As for the one that came out, I think like last year, yeah, that one wasn't. That was my least favorite film from the franchise. Like, I feel like you didn't really get to know much of the characters, and it didn't really explain anything else. It was just a horror survival movie, but nothing else. Like, nothing was a shocker. Nothing was really known more about the monsters. As for A Quiet Place 3, we're going to go back to the mother and the two kids. And also the other guy, maybe Gillian Murphy might actually make a comeback in this film. We will see how it turns out, but A Quiet Place 2 was actually a pretty good movie, and A Quiet Place 3, let's see how it turns out, man. As for the video game that came out, I think last year or so, I kind of had my hopes a little bit too high for that video game, you know? It was a bit of a letdown, but yeah, it wasn't the greatest game. Like, I feel like this game was kind of compared to Alien Isolation in some way, shape, or form. But I feel like it did a decent job of actually scaring me, you know? I didn't like, it's not really a spoiler, but like in the very first maybe like 2 hours or so, I feel like that was the best. That was the best out of the whole video game. The setting, it was in a hospital and you're trying to escape the creature. I feel like that was the best part of the whole game, in my opinion. And yeah, like once you left the hospital, I think that's when things started went a little bit downhill. But the sound effects that they put for that video game, it was nice, man. And the storyline, you kind of do care about the main character, and it was pretty decent, you know. But as for the rest of the video game, it wasn't as great. Alien Isolation, I feel like it's still the best game. Like, this the game that was compared to Alien Isolation the whole time, man. Yeah, man. Alien Isolation, they need to make another one, man. When is there ever going to be an Alien Isolation 2? That's what the gaming community needs, man. That'll be so dope if we will get it one day, you know? And another thing I want to speak to you, it probably might be the last thing. And it's about HBO Max. It has removed all throwback Cartoon Network TV shows. Some of the remaining shows in the network's library is set to leave the service soon. You know, this was one of the main reasons why I got HBO Max, because the very first trailer that they put out for HBO Max, like, I was so excited of actually just seeing the older shows that I grew up on, like Ed, Edd n Eddy, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Foster Songs from Imaginary Friends, and Codename Kids Next Door. All these shows, man, all these shows that I grew up watching, they were just so ahead of its time, and it was one of the main reasons why I got HBO Max in the first place. And also, they got Friends. Yeah, Friends was a great TV show. I think around that time, Netflix did not had Friends anymore, and like people were wondering where was Friends was going to be at, and HBO Max was the one streaming platform that actually got it on their platform. So yeah, I have been there since day one for HBO Max, and it kind of does suck because all these shows that I grew up on are now gone. They're now gone. Well, most of them, like the tweet says, most of them are gone now, and yeah, it does suck. I wonder where are they gonna put them now. And also, I heard of some other news, maybe like a week ago, that South Park, they're actually gonna remove it from HBO Max now, and it's going to be exclusively on Paramount Plus now, which does suck because South Park is actually a great show too. Why, man? It really does suck. But yeah, guys, that is it for this podcast. Hey, thank you so much for listening. If you guys did made it this far, make sure to follow this podcast in whichever platform you are listening to it. If you are listening to it on Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, make sure to follow it, and also recommend this podcast to a friend or a neighbor that actually likes listening to stuff about pop culture stuff, combat sports, or anything horror related. And maybe they will enjoy this podcast as much as you do. And yeah, guys, that is it. Take care and live to the fullest. Bye.